Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Mimir and today we're going to be checking out some more Dragon Eclipse. Now, in last episode, in case you missed it, we had kind of a cracked run, if I'm honest. We used Fail and his activation ability to activate all other Mystlings, and we built a deck around essentially triggering Fail as many times as we possibly could to trigger the Iceling's activation to give Pinequeak the one strength from Iceling, and then Pinequeak's activation attacks a random enemy with 50% power, so we were buffing his strength up absolutely loads, and then swinging, and we ended up one-shotting quite a few enemies, just because we had so many activation triggers from Fail, and we managed to evolve. I think we evolved every single one of our Mystlings. But yeah, if that sounds like something you're interested in, then do go check out the previous video. But with that being said, do we just want to jump straight into a run? We've got a Mystling egg. If the game will bloody let me click on it. We got a Glerexus Mystling egg. So we need to block damage with shields, 150 damage. Maybe we aim towards that this run. One thing that I missed completely that I kept having to remind myself and still managed to forget was I didn't use any consumables. To be fair, we didn't really need them, but still. 10 days to the eclipse on that one. I think we'll stick with difficulty 1 for now, just while we're getting used to the game. But maybe in the next video, we'll bump up the difficulty. Because we're going to do the starting squad. Which was this. So just a quick run through of the characters. We got Pinequeak, who has 20 health, 2 attack, and on activation attacks a random enemy with 50% of the power. And then talent is when hurt, add Blind Anger card to your hand. And Blind Anger is a 0 mana spell that exhausts and attacks a random enemy with a random Mystling with 50% power. Then, oh, no. Definitely didn't want to do that. We got Iceling, our midliner, who has 13 health, a 0 attack, and activation, apply 1 strength to the front Mystling, can be the self. Okay. Then for the talent, gain additional power equal to the number of cards in your hand. So their ability is 3 energy, and it stuns a selected enemy, and stunned creatures can't activate or attack, decreases by 1 at the start of the round. And finally, we've got Golomo, who has 12 health, 3 attack, and on activation apply 1 vulnerable to the front enemy. And vulnerable says, when this creature takes any kind of damage from any source, it takes additional damage. Oh, sorry about that. It takes additional damage equal to its vulnerable value, decreased status value after each hit. And then the talent, they can revive once per battle. And they have the ability Stone Storm, attack 3 times with 50% power, wound self for 1 damage. Let's go. Just do the starter squad and we'll see what rewards we get at the end of the battle. That'll determine sort of how we want to play, what we want to do, build around, which Mystling maybe we want to rearrange their ordering. If we get strength stuff, then having Iceling in the front's pretty good. They'll apply strength to themselves. But for now, we have 2 small necro worms in the front and the back, both dealing 2 damage to the Pine Queek. They have 8 health each, and then we've got a small swamp necro worm who is resting, which means they take no action this turn. We'll open up with a stone storm? Probably the best thing to do here. Let's see. So, when Pine Queek is hurt, you get a blind anger, which attacks a random enemy with a random Mystling with 50% power. Trying to figure out if it's best to use Stone Storm on Pine Queek, because they wound themselves for 1 damage, which means we get another blind anger. But is the damage from the Iceling with Stone Storm just better? It'll be 6 damage in total, whereas this will be 3. And then I guess it probably works out quite similarly. Let's just do it on Pine Queek, sure. We got 2 mana left, so we can apply shield here. Let's do... Do you know what? We'll activate the Iceling to give Pine Queek a buff. Then maybe when they all activate between their turns, we can get Pine Queek to hit the frontliner, if we're lucky. Oh, we got lucky. Love it. Alright, now we got the small swamp necro worm dealing 4 damage, and the small necro worm gaining wrath, which is pretty much strength. So 4 damage coming into Pine Queek. I think that means we use attack with the Iceling because their talent is gain additional power equal to the number of cards in your hand. So they're going to deal 4 damage with an attack, which is the most that we can do. Oh, they dealt 5, so it calculates it before it's cast. Interesting. That's good to know. Then we got the small necroworm dealing 2 damage twice. So we do Stone Storm here. Boom. Okay. Let's see what we got. A 1 mana Double Trouble exhaust. Next played card will be triggered 2 times. We got Fury, double strength on selected Mystling, or Onslaught, attack all enemies. Okay. So, I'm thinking, would Onslaught be good? Onslaught would be pretty good with the Iceling. If we open up with an Onslaught, that's going to be like 5 or 6 damage to every enemy. Yeah, I kind of like the sound of that. And then we have 6 berries to spend. Keep half of the strength at the start of your round. Or we could just go for end of battle gain 2 Mistberries. Just get the econ going. Now the question is, do we want to put it on the Iceling? Bear in mind, the more of these that you put on creatures, the more expensive that they get. So I'm not entirely sure at the moment whether or not it's worth, if we want to be buffing the Iceling, if it's going to be worth putting putting Deep Pouch on the Iceling, because the next thing that we put on them will end up costing more. and it's just a generic ability, really. It doesn't actually change the way the characters play. The Mystlings, rather. So, let's put it on our backliner. And we'll see what we've got going on. Interesting. Why is there a dude there? An easy battle. Is this a normal battle? Okay. Hard battle to the left. You know what? Let's do an easy battle. Ah, we got these chuds. Lesser Shadowling, who has lifesteal and permanent lifesteal, and lifesteal heals self equal to the damage dealt. And the lesser one is resting this turn, and a regular sized Shadowling is dealing 3 damage to the frontliner. So, what I'm thinking is, we do Onslaught with Iceling, that's 5 damage to both of them. Then we'll apply 6 shields to the frontliner, and Blind Anger. Seems like a decent enough turn. Okay. I think we've just won here. Maybe. No. Actually, we haven't. But I will Stone Storm. Now we got 4 damage going to the back line. Guard there, and then we're dealing 1 damage. I think the right play here is vulnerable, but that'll make him only take 2. Whereas 1 strength, yeah, 1 strength ain't gonna do much. Let's just get there. Ah, we got him. We got 7 berries now. Claw attack. Attack and draw 2. I like the sound of that. Minimum cost, 1 energy. Exhaust. Draw a card and reduce its energy cost to 0 until it's played or discarded. Oh shit. No, I do not want to skip buying. Thank you very much. Clenched Teeth. Wound selected Mystling for 3 damage and gain an energy. Also very good. All of these are pretty stellar picks. This would be better with Iceling if it drew 2 first and then attack. I still think I'll take it. We got Thief's Mask in the bottom. Knockout, gain a Mistberry. Green Cap, Faint, revive with full health, works only once. Or Force Catalyst, which you can't afford. Whenever you gain strength, gain 1 more. This is incredibly powerful for a frontliner. Yeah, I think we're gonna start changing so that Iceling actually is our frontliner. So when they activate, they can give strength to themselves. Yeah. So we're going full econ build here. Can't afford anything else. And then what's up here? Can't really see anything at the moment, so maybe we make our way over to this chest with a couple of regular battles. Right, we got 2 lesser Shadowlings and a normal Shadowling. The lesser ones are resting. All of them have life steal, and that's permanent. And the backliner is dealing 3 damage to our front line. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll have to take a damage if we do Stone Storm. And it'll be 9 damage, I believe, on the frontliner, possibly. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I'm actually going to move them around. By 6 shield, and then blind anger. Ooh, okay. Actually, I don't think Iceling is good in the front line because I've just seen this. I don't know if you guys caught it. On that activation between turns, you don't have a hand. So Iceling's attack goes down to 0. They'll give themselves 1 strength. But that doesn't really do much. Because it means they only deal 1 damage. Ooh, everyone's going on the backliners. Tell you what, let's do Onslaught. Get some guys out of the way. Then we got 6 damage coming to the backliner. Now, I don't know if this works. I don't think shields count as being damaged for the sake of getting a blind anger in our hand. But let's test it out. Do we have any blind angers? No, we don't. It didn't work. Bear. I guess it doesn't really make a difference what we use here. Don't really want the Iceling to take more damage. Attack and Onslaught are pretty similar. They'll both deal 5 damage. Let's just use Onslaught. And then we can use Stone Storm. And a blind anger. Ooh, we got lucky there. We get loads more berries. Mega Guard for 2 mana, you can apply 20 shields. Cannonade for 2 mana with Grow 1, we attack 1 time. And Grow is every time this card is played, increase its value by Grow count until the end of battle. I do like that. And Running Wheel, we saw this in the last run. It's a 1 mana, Wither 1, activate a Mystling 3 times. And Wither is every time this card is played, decrease its value by the Wither amount until the end of battle. So it'll go to activate a Mystling 2 times, and then 1 time, and then 0 time. I reckon we take Cannonade. We do have, like, a lot of attacks, so maybe that's not the right call, but at the moment, I feel pretty happy with that. Mystic Horn, gain 1 multi-strike next round after any of your Mystlings faint. At the start of battle, apply 3 Insulate, reduce next incoming damage to 1. Or Shields gain, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. We don't really gain shields. So Floating Stone's probably where we want to go. The only thing is, with this guy, we don't really want to be using the Insulate charges for hurting him, because this guy wants to be damaged. I guess it kind of works. We'll stick it on him for now, and then move along. Save our monies. Here we go again. Shadowlings. Lesser ones and a greater one. Well, a normal one. I think we use Cannonade here. On the Iceling. And then we guard the Pinequeak. And that... Yeah. Pinequeak is being dealt 3 damage here. So we're fully blocked. Then we got 8 damage on the back line from everyone. Okay. Well, how about we just attack with Iceling to trigger the Thief's Mask to gain a Mistberry. And then we can apply 6 shield there that fully blocks both of these dudes. And get a Blind Anger out. Then we got 5 damage to self and apply vulnerable to all Mystlings coming in. We just stun this guy? Probably not. Let's do Onslaught. And then activate the Pinequeak. Just for a little bit of extra damage. Why not? They ended up taking themselves out with that 5 damage. And we can do that again. Don't think there's any point in damaging ourselves here. If they're going to take themselves out. There we go. The only thing with that is we don't get as many berries from the Thief's Mask. Because they ended up taking themselves out. Attack with power equal to your shields. Quick attack, discard 3 and attack. Yeah, I love that. Jagged Edges, 1 mana, discard entire hand, apply 1 vulnerable to a chosen enemy for each card discarded. I like the sound of quick attack, please. Then Fiery Aura, when hurt, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. That would be good on this dude. Cobalt button, once again, we don't really gain shields. Smithing Hammer, every 3rd knockout permanently increases power by 1. Okay. Knockout is when the creature defeats another creature. I think the Smithing Hammer is the way we want to go here. Get on that Iceling. And then Fiery Aura can go... Do we want to Econ, actually? Nah. We'll get Fiery Aura. And carry on. See what's in the chest. Hyperage, Overload X, Exhaust, apply 1 strength. That doesn't really fit our build. Or a Running Wheel, 1 mana. We've seen this before with a 1. Activate a Mystling 3 times. That could work. Maximum effort, activate a Mystling 4 times. Faint this Mystling afterwards. So... if we took this, unfortunately I can't get our Mystling lineup up. I'm not sure if that's a thing. Oh, okay. We have a Mystling that revives themselves when the first time they die each combat. The only problem is their activated ability is apply 1 vulnerable to an enemy. Well, like, 4 vulnerable's pretty good, but I don't know if it's worth killing a little guy for it. And Hyperage kind of goes against what we want to do, because we're using the Iceling for our damage, and they get more damage based on the number of cards in your hand. And Overload says play this card as many times as the number of cards played this round. So we would either have to draw an absolute metric buck ton to get Hyperage to outweigh the power from the number of cards in hand, or we'd have to play it for 0. I think we just skip here, which is a real shame. And why won't you let me move down? There we go. I had to get the keyboard out. I think we'll go for another regular battle. We got 3 damage to the frontliner incoming. We have a guard for that, so we can cannonade. Let's do it. And we'll apply 6 shield to the frontliner. Nice. Can we get the AoE? Yeah, we got the AoE. Oh, is this battle going to turn out pretty much identically to the last one? Every 3rd knockout permanently increases power. We guard the backline. 6 damage incoming. And 6 block. They're dealing 5 damage to themselves. Let's not let them do that. Just realised discarding 3 is actually really bad for the Iceling. Let's do it anyway. If we can keep buffing up his power, then it's not as bad. But this gets us there. 1 permanent power. No damage taken. Lots of berries. Apply 20 shield. Clenched teeth, wound selected Mystling for 3 damage, gain an energy. That's probably worth taking. Because we have a few 2 cost. Cruel motivation, attack a Mystling, wound self for... Sorry, activate a Mystling. Did I say attack? Wound self for 1 damage. And wound ignores shields. I reckon we take clenched teeth here and then we keep hitting our frontliner. Yeah. When hurt, draw a card. Knockout, gain an energy. Faint, revive with full health. Honestly, I think we go for when hurt, draw a card on our frontliner. If we're planning on using clenched teeth on him. Yeah. I think that's the play there. And then we move on. See what's further up. We got 123 monies. All in one activates twice and attacks. That seems pretty good. Maximum effort we've seen before. Don't really like the fainting on that. Overload X, apply 3 shields. This is a run where we probably don't want overload cards. And activating while it's good, you know. We're doing a different build today. We did the activate build in the last video. Let's get an all-in-one and move along. Still don't feel quite confident enough to take on an elite fight. So let's try out a hard battle. Ooh, hello, new enemies. The Shade Claw. Gain 4 vulnerable every turn. Oh wait, no, it's not new. I'm pretty sure we've seen this before. 65 health. It's dealing 3 damage twice to Pine Creek. We got Sneak Abbeys. And that's got 25 health. And it is stunning a random Mystling. Oh dear. Then we've got the Eldrithia that has 10 health and Thorns. And at the start of round, gain 1 Thorns. And Thorns is when attack deal damage equal to Thorns value to the attacker. And status disappears right after. And yeah, they're buffing basically. We do Clench Teeth first. That's going to get us 2 cards. No, it's going to get us 1 card and an energy. Do we want that? Yeah, we do. We get Blind Anger. 6 damage to everything here. Then I think we should probably guard. Maybe we Blind Anger first, just in case. Nope. You have the most damage, so on we go. Okay. So our backliner got stunned. Here we go. Attack and draw 2. I think we got to move these around. This dude's applying vulnerable to everyone. This guy is dealing 2 damage to random Mystlings. And then she is healing the front enemy. If we do all in one here. It's 12 damage. Okay, that's pretty nice. Who needs shields? I think we just straight up shield up. We'll move them back. And then we can do a Blind Anger and guard the Iceling. Stuff's happening. Oh, wow. Okay. We got a lot of draw. We got an Onslaught right now. We may just have the kill here. 4 damage, so 8 damage in total to the middle Mystling, and then 7 damage to the frontliner. Let's move the Iceling. Oh, we can't actually do all in one. Okay. That's a bit of a shame. Well, in that case, does that actually change the damage? No, it doesn't. Let's just Blind Anger. Blind Anger. We got a little bit unlucky there. You're dealing 7 damage to the front line, so we'll just reduce that to 1. Awesome. We got a 1 mana stimulation. Grow 1, activate 1 time. I believe, did we have this in the last run? I think it might have been too slow for the last run. Annoy. 1 mana, attack with 150% power, wound self for 2 damage. Or watch out, overload X, apply 1 vulnerable. Unfortunately, I think vulnerable doesn't stick around. Decrease status value after each hit. It might stick around. I'm not entirely sure. None of these really interest me. Shield Materializer. Whenever this Mystling gains shields, it gains 3 more. Okay. Aerial Shell. Permanently add 1 multi-strike. All other blessings on this Mystling are disabled. Nah. Tabula Rasa duplicates previous blessing this Mystling received. Okay. We could go for a psychotic smithing hammer build here. And I'm kind of feeling it, if I'm honest. Yeah. Let's do that. They got 2 smithing hammers now. And we can't afford anything else. I wonder if we reroll here, are these still free? Yes, they are. Okay, that's great to know. But they're still terrible. So we got 1 mana Fury, double the strength on a selected Mystling. We got 0 mana Cruel Motivation, activate a Mystling and wound self for 1 damage. Or we've got 1 mana, double activation, activate a Mystling 2 times. Don't really care about activating Mystlings. We've been there, done that. See what we got in the card forge. Duplicate a card or remove cards. Or upgrade. Let's see. What does Onslaught? Onslaught upgrades to 1 mana. All in one. Makes them attack an additional time. Cannonade also becomes 1 mana. That's a lot of good upgrades. Let's do Onslaught to start with. Yeah. That's the backbone of our run. Looking for some defensive options now, I think. Oh, that was just money. Not what I was expecting. I believe this heals. So, let's try a hard battle. Hello, hello. We have a Dark Talon that has special ability, below half health, gain 1 wrath, permanently guarded, becomes exposed instead of guarded every 4th round. Okay. We want to do all in one here. This guy is stunning a random Mystling, and backliners applying wrath to the front enemy. Yeah. Why was that only 4 damage? Not entirely sure there. But with a guard, we're fine. Oh no. The stun only stops the activation. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, let's Onslaught. Iceling's going to take a bit of damage there. Ooh. I think we move Iceling to the back. Apply shields. Yeah, we can't really... What if we do it this way? Does gaining an energy do anything for us? Guess lets us play Cannonade. And draws. Oh, it drew us into block. That is fantastic. Yeah, we need to block now. Okay. We'll give Golemo some block. And then Blind Anger. And yeah, that's the order we want to do it in. The activations are a little bit scuffed, but it's fine. Yeah, I think we attack here. Right, we've got 5 and then 7 incoming, and she's doing a debuff. This is both to the frontliner. I guess we'll try a Blind Anger first. We got a bit of damage off there. We'll do the old switcheroo. Have Pinequeak come back. Then do a quick attack. Oh, only hit for 1. We have a big turn here. It's going to mean if we do Onslaught here, the 2 thorns on the backliner is going to make that Iceling go down to 1. I think that's okay. Yeah. You got a ton of knockouts there. You'll love to see that. And then attack twice and activate twice and attack. Okay. Now we just need healing, which I believe we're coming up on. Boiling Rage. Attack 2 times. Faint this Mystling afterwards. Onslaught. Attack all enemies. Or Wild Attacks. Attack random enemies 3 times with 50% power. Is that worth it? I kind of want another Onslaught. I'm not going to lie. I think Onslaught's just better than Wild Attacks. Let's take it. We're going AoE. Mystic Horn, gain 1 multi-strike. Next round after any of your Mystlings faint. Shield Materializer. Whenever this Mystling gains shields, it gains 3 more. Or Reinforced Plate. When an attack is fully blocked, draw a card. Ooh. I think we should. Let's evolve our Iceling. Let's go, buddy. You absolute beast. Snowball goes down to 2 energy. And then start a battle, draw 4. Round end, double strength of the front Mystling. Or start of battle, stun all enemies. I'm thinking the draw. The draw's got to be it, right? That's what we're going for. We're doing a draw build. And then... yeah, we don't really want anything else, so we can econ a bit and get an extra berry. Will this heal us? That didn't heal us. Must have been other totems then. Okay, we need to find a way of healing. More money I will take. Think we can heal here. Yeah. Oh, it's a full heal as well. Nice. Yeah, sure. That seems good enough. And then it's 100 to enhance. I think enhance just increases their strength. Right, where do we want to go next? Keep going up. I wouldn't mind going to yeah, see, that's the healing totem up there that I got confused with. They look pretty similar. Obviously, they're different colours. Right, we'd have to fight an elite here, and I don't know about that. I think we'll go the long path and do a regular and 2 hard battles. Shade Claw. Gain 4 vulnerable every turn, and they're dealing 3 damage twice to Pine Creek. Unfortunately, I guess we could do Clenched Teeth here to get an energy. And try and draw... We don't really need AoE, actually. So, what I'm going to do is do all in one. No, we definitely want to do Clenched Teeth. That gives us a Blind Anger. It should have drawn us a card as well. I'm not entirely sure it did. Maybe I missed that. Activate twice and attack. We got... oof. 15 damage. It's a big boy. Attack and draw 2 here. Or do we just want to guard? We want to guard last if we're going to guard at all. So let's do Blind Anger. Blind Anger. Guard and Quick Attack. Oh, you can choose the cards to discard. Alright, that's fantastic. Right. Well, he's going to be doing vulnerable to all of it. All Mystlings. I guess we'll Cannonade first and then Onslaught. We got Wake Up Call, 2 energy. Discard entire hand, activate a Mystling once for every discarded card. I mean, yeah. That's quite tasty. Impenetrable. Exhaust double shields for 1 mana. Energize, 1 mana, exhaust, gain 2 energy. That's sort of anti-synergistic with what we've got going on, just because, well, for a start, it's essentially card negative. You're using a card and 1 energy to get 2 energy, when we want as many cards in our hand as possible. Oh my god, could we get the Raging Twig on him? The start of battle, gain random 0 to 10 strength. Okay. On Faint, revive with full health. Honestly, I think we go for the Raging Twig here, and then we just move on. It's pretty ridiculous, I know. Let's see if we can't hit that 10. If only we had the AoE here. Right, we've got a Dark Drossithia, who's dealing 3 damage twice. And they have, when health is below half, gain 1 permanent multi-strike. And we got a Dark Eftus, 12 health, and they're resting at the moment. And then we got a Lesser Shadowling, which we've seen plenty of. Activate twice and then attack. I think that's our play here. Boom. Then we move them back. We'll do Clenched Teeth here. We could just stun the front dude. Or do we try and go for the kill? Is trying to go for the kill a bit greedy? We'd need 8 extra damage. So we'd need to get lucky with the blind angers. Gonna try it. No, we didn't get lucky. Oh, and now we're paying the price. The front dude's about to take 6 damage. Bye-bye. But we can just one-shot the rest of these guys with an onslaught now. Boom. And get permanent strength. Hyper activation, 1 mana overload X exhaust, activate a Mystling. Energize, which we saw before. House of Cards, grow 1, draw 2. For 1 mana, yes please. Now, energy materializer at the start of battle, gain an energy. That's going to be super good for us. Ointment bottle, reviving this Mystling after battle costs 0 mist berries. Or rage doubler, knockout double strength. I think we'll get energy materializer. And then move along. Oh, do you know what I forgot again? We've got fancy dessert. We've got chuffing consumables. And I think... What did the shop have? You know what? I'm going to remove... Let's remove an activation. Can't afford a heal and another removal. So... First of all, let's heal. And we'll go up to a hard battle. Let's see what we can do. We have the Dark Talon again, dealing 3 damage twice to the frontliner, and they reduce damage received by 50%. Then we've got Lesser Dark Dracithia, dealing 2 damage twice, and when they get below half health, they gain a multi-strike. And then we got a small Necroworm in the back that's dealing 2 damage. Alright. So, I think right now, we do Clenched Teeth to get an energy. We'll do House of Cards. Sweet, we got that onslaught. That's what we wanted to see. Yeah. Just make sure we've not got the gold one in hand that costs 1. No. Alright. So we got 6 damage and then 2 damage twice. How about we snowball you? Then we'll blind anger. Nice. Okay, this guy's only going to get hit for 2 because of his shielding. It reduces both of these to 1. That's going to make us draw, thankfully. Let's move that Iceling to the front and do all in one, and this should take him out. That's a lot of berries. Flurry of attacks with a 1 attack 4 times. Oh, baby. That is something we definitely want. And we got Energize, which we've seen before. Broad activation. 1 energy. Activate all Mystlings. I'm going to take a Flurry of attacks. Then we've got Infernal Root. Keep half strength at the start of your round. Yeah, we don't actually apply much strength, I don't think. Cobalt button. Shields gain, deal 1 damage to a random enemy, or helping dagger. On activation, apply 1 vulnerable to a random enemy. I don't really like any of these. I think we just move on. And we'll see what's in this chest. Some money and a consumable. Another fancy dessert to apply revive. And I think, once again, we want to upgrade Onslaught. That being 1 mana is just too good. Now, how do we feel about trying an elite? I think we should go for it, you know. It is right before the Eclipse, but this should give us enough money to full heal. Oh, hello. What are you? 3 gremlins that are dealing 3 damage each, and they have, when another gremlin faints, restore full health, gain 10 shields and 1 strength. Oh, you guys are not going to have a good time. Not at all. First of all, let's House of Cards. Then we'll Onslaught. Onslaught. We got 1 mana left. Ooh. I don't even think we want to blind anger here. Let's just put block on the front line. We want to take them all out pretty much at the same time, if we can. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to. That is a shame. Ergo, we do flurry of attacks. And we move back. And we'll guard. Pine Creek, unfortunately, is going to get donked on a little bit here. Oof. Let's do this. Ooh, yeah. I want a House of Cards right now. Do we have a full hand? Balls. Alright, I think we're just going to go all in here. 37. Four damage. 3 times. Olamo. 50% of his max health after fainting. So he will get hit twice. Yeah, he can survive this, Golemo can. Because he'll take 4. Then he'll take 4 and he'll die and he'll be revived. Just to make sure, he'll be revived with 50% of his max health, which is 6. Let's just see. Yeah. Calculated. We got him. Bye-bye, gobbos. Or gremlins, even. Now we can heal up. Hyper activation, overload X, exhaust, activate a Mystling. Jagged edges, discard entire hand, apply 1 vulnerable to chosen enemy for each card discarded, and it costs 1 energy. or Cruel Motivation. Activate a Mystling, wound self for 1 damage. None of them really interest me, to be honest. Oh dear lord. Orb of the 8th here. Knockout, shields gained. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy. None of this is really good apart from Orb of the 8th, so I'm going to buy that. I would like something for our frontliner here. Let's re-roll, see if we can't get anything better. I guess it's a little bit more damage as the Force Catalyst there. Whenever you gain strength, gain 1 more. Or Poison Totem. After attack, apply 2 vulnerable to attacked enemy. Or keep half strength at the start of your round. I think we just get the Force Catalyst for the evolution here. Then that Blind Anger goes up. Attack a random enemy with a random Mystling. When hurt, add 2 unupgraded Blind Anger cards to your hand. Increase max health by 20 or power by 4. We want the unupgraded Blind Anger cards for sure. That increases the number of cards in our hand, which buffs our Iceling. On we go. We got 1 day to the eclipse. So, what I'm going to do, if the game will let me move, we'll heal up. Everyone gets a heal. And then we will remove a card at the merchant. I'm going to remove an attack. And we kind of want an easy fight, if I'm honest, before we go into the boss. So let's just do a regular battle here. And we can one-shot them. Are you ready for this? Boom. Now, can we afford to get 2 things to evolve this guy? It doesn't look like we can. And we've seen all these cards before. They're all activate cards, which we're not really doing activating in this run. Yeah. I guess Cobalt Button is probably... We're going into the final fight, so there's no point in wasting money here. We might as well spend everything we have. Cobalt Button is probably what we want. He's the guy that gets all of the shielding. Here it comes. The eclipse is upon us. Brace yourself, Tamer. It's time to face your deepest fears. I'm not afraid. Let's put an end to this. Now we got 4 damage to all Mystlings. The Umbra, who has dodge, prevents creature from being damaged. Status counter decreases by 1 after each attack dodged. And then immune to stun. Start a battle, gain 3 dodge. Gain 3 wrath for every fainted Mystling. Oh. That's rather nasty. Let's gain an energy. Let's draw a couple of cards. Let's get some Blind Anger out. Cannonade. And then we'll guard. And we might as well discard 3 to get a bit of damage in. Okay, what are you doing? Stunning all Mystlings. How very dare you? Well, I have... you know what? I do kind of want to do Snowball, but I think Flurry of Attacks is just... it's way too much damage to say no to. And then we just Blind Anger all the way. We got 10 damage to the front line, 5 damage to the mid line, and then 3 damage to a random enemy. This will be reduced by 1. I don't think we do Clenched Teeth here, but I will House of Cards. I don't like the damage that's coming. But at the same time, I think we kind of have to go hard here and do Cannonade. I'll wound the back line to put a guard on the mid. And then discard that for a little bit of extra bit of damage. Beautiful. We're so angry. Then we got 2 damage twice coming into everyone. First of all, let's Cannonade. And then we can Flurry it. Not enough energy. Ooh. How's about now? And we done so. What a crazy run. Oh, we've got some unlocks as well. A new Tamer unlocked. A new Tamer has joined our cause. Just start a new run and select her as your playable character to access a unique ability. Mayor Bloomberry. Then we got Smooth Stone. Feint. Gain 2 energy next round. Mayor starts with more Mist Berries. Then we got Strong Attack. Exhaust attack with 300% power. Okay. It's a great way to just one-shot stuff. Alright, everyone. I think that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked what you see, then don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know, all the usual jazz. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.